Scream 1, Grayson.
Yes.
Movie that changed a lot for me as a young horror fan. I'm sure it probably didn't change a lot for you, but you probably immediately loved it, didn't you?
No, I mean, it changed a lot for me as well. It made me look at slashers in a completely new way.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's huge for us, and it was huge for the horror genre in general.
Its most iconic scene with Drew Barrymore, directed by Wes Craven, of course, started with a kind of repeat of something Psycho made famous by having a super successful actress in Drew Barrymore meet her end at the very beginning of the movie. She was always, at the forefront of all of the advertisements and movie posters. And Casey, our beloved character, has one of the most harrowing opening 12 minutes of any horror movie ever. I think this would probably be easily in the top 3 for openings to horror movies. What do you think?
It's number 1.
You think number 1?
I,
Okay.
I don't think
I didn't want to go over, but yeah, I'd say it's number 1.
Yeah, it's number 1 without a doubt. There's not many other movies that you can look at to where you could say that's the greatest opening of all time. Anytime somebody asks me that, this is the first movie that I say.
Yep.
It's Scream every time.
So we're going to do an autopsy of this 12-minute scene, a little bit longer than our It video, which you can watch right here, or Prometheus, or anything else. But we're going to break it down. We'll stop semi-frequently if something cool happens, and we'll kind of talk about the emotions and just what makes this scene so spectacular. So hang on, enjoy the ride, and let's get to it. And keep in mind that the second I play this, it is immediately after the title card of Scream. This is the very first thing you see is this.
Hello?
Hello,
Yes?
who is this?
And she's just so sweet with her cozy sweater and her
100%.
bob hair. Kate, don't be afraid to talk over. If you
Yeah, of
want.
course, for sure.
I got the subtitles on if the chat wants, or if our audience wants to read, excuse me. So the escalation here is perfect. Like,
It is.
Oh, strange that the phone rings a second time.
And the voice is
So what's
perfect.
that?
as well.
Already we're shifting angles, right? Like this, it's just, I'm sorry, this is going to be a 40-minute video. But like just immediately, it's like first call, framed like this, second call, it's a little strange.
So why'd you dial it again?
To apologize.
You're forgiven. Bye now.
Wait.
I wonder if I, as a kid, I mean, just
They've got
like,
numbers for that. See ya.
I was so scared immediately. 'cause-
Of this?
Yeah. Yeah, I was always scared of people breaking into my house as a
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
And this is very much a home invasion scene.
Yeah, it is.
It's very effective.
I don't know why, but Scream was always a phenomenal film for me, but it never scared me. It was just entertaining for me.
Yeah, I think about halfway through I became less scared, but this amazing foreshadowing, the peaceful rope swing, the popcorn give us a break
Yep.
from the call happening.
Hello?
Why don't you want to talk to me?
Just
Who is this?
You tell me.
again, the sense of urgency
I
escalates.
don't think so.
What's that noise?
Popcorn.
I do remember seeing that and her saying that's popcorn as a kid,
I'm getting ready to
being
watch
like,
the video.
how do you make popcorn in that thing?
Yeah, I had never seen.
I hadn't either.
I'd
never seen Jiffy Pop before.
You
Like
did-
that was my first time I'd ever seen that. I was like, why has he got that on the stove?
I'm so glad you brought that. I had never seen popcorn like that in my life.
Yep.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I just remember seeing that and being like, what are you doing with that? I got not styrofoam, but tinfoil on the stove. What is that going to do? You got a little handle and some tinfoil. You're shaking it over a stove?
Leave in the comments if you prefer microwave to stovetop popcorn down below, so Grace and I can be humbled with our country asses.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
This might have been one of the first times I ever heard a scary movie reference another scary movie so directly.
Yeah, the
I
one
was
with
just
the
about to
white
say the
mask.
same
Yeah.
thing. Whenever they said Halloween, I did the Leo. Ooh!
Yeah.
I clicked at the screen. I was like, oh, they said Halloween.
For fingers.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
Freddy, that's
Once again, another one. I was like, oh, Freddy too?
Oh yeah, Freddy's in there.
First one was
That
with
one where I
Leslie
had knives for fingers.
Why? You want to ask me?
I love that illusion. The first one's good, but the rest sucked.
Oh yeah,
it's
because Wes Craven taking a dig at it,
yeah, kind of dissing any follow directors. It's really good.
even though he just did New Nightmare like a couple of years before this.
Yeah,
No.
that blue glow on the TV is
I miss it.
spectacular.
My name.
I want to know who I'm looking at.
Oh, that's so sick.
What did you say?
I want to know who I'm talking to.
That's not what you said.
What do you think I said?
I want to know who I'm talking to.
Mm-hmm.
What? Hello?
I love that
I thought we were
I don't know if this is intentional or not, right? But it's probably one of the reasons that this movie feels so awkwardly paced. This movie feels like it's about 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's like it opens with this 12-minute scene. By the time you've decompressed, you're 20 minutes into the movie. And so the remaining hour 10 like just flies by. It feels like absolutely
It's a lot
nothing.
like Evil Dead 2. It just shoots by so fast.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2
Yeah,
feels like it's
yeah.
about 15 minutes.
Yep, because it just blows by, man.
Yeah, but this is definitely the movie I've seen the most. I remember being at my uncle's house who had illegal cable. And he had, and I could just watch this on repeat.
Yep.
And I would watch this and Woodstock, the most recent Woodstock. I guess it was 96 or it wasn't the one where Limp Bizkit killed everybody.
Oh, okay.
But I would watch this in some kind of concert back to back on repeat. And I stayed for him with about a week in Ohio, and I watched this movie probably 4 dozen times. Like, it was nuts.
Seconds away from calling the police.
They'd never make it in time. We're out.
They'd never make it in
I
time.
felt bad for whoever got the tape that I rented of this, because I probably watched it 30 times.
Yeah.
I wore that tape out.
I love that line. Call the police. They'd never make it in time.
Who's there? Who's there? I'm calling the police.
And again, when you're watching this and you don't know,
Never say who's there.
you know, you think that she's going to live because she's on the poster.
Yeah, it's the opening.
Yeah.
She's on the poster. Like, why would you think anything different?
At the most, she'll survive this and have to overcome trauma later.
Yeah.
For sure, you know.
Yeah, usually if you have somebody that's going to die, they're not on the poster right off the bat.
Exactly.
Any second, and he'll be pissed when he finds out.
I thought you didn't have a boyfriend.
I lied. I do have a boyfriend.
I lied. I do have a boyfriend. Oh.
Your house better be
Sure.
Do you remember the line that she gives in Scary Movie?
Yep, I'll never forget it.
I'll never forget that
I'll
line.
never forget it.
big and he plays football, and he'll kick the shit out of you.
Oh man, I love this. This is probably my favorite part of the scene.
His name wouldn't be Steve, would it?
Oh no, they got Steve.
How do you know his name?
Yep.
Turn on the patio lights.
Again. So I love that's like a really small part, but he says turn the lights on again.
To let her definitely know that he's watching.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's like, oh, I just got the goosebumps thinking about that. But just like it's and the delay too. Turn the patio lights on again because I am watching you. I don't just know you from the yearbook, girl. I know you just did that a couple of seconds ago. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, you love that we're watching this when we're 8 years old.
Yes.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, I love it because he's also giving her advice at the same time.
That all depends on you. I want to play a game. Then he dies right now.
Can you believe how good she's acting?
No.
It is just unbelievable.
What kind of a game?
Turn off the light. You'll see what kind of game. Just do it.
Oh man. Oh no, Cursor!
Here's how we play.
Steve not as big as I thought it was gonna
I
be.
ask a question. If you get it right,
I mean, he's got a big jacket on.
Yeah.
come on, it'll be fun. It's an easy category. Movie trivia. Or even give you a
I think
warm-up question.
whenever the trivia happens, were you like, was there a part of you as a kid that was like really excited that you were gonna know the answers?
So, I was going to wait until they got to that point to say
Okay,
what
we can-
happened.
okay,
but
okay.
Remember? He had a white mask. He stalked the babysitters.
No.
Come on. Yes, you
No.
do.
Please.
What's his name?
I can't think.
Steve's counting.
That blue glow is just like
I
giving
know.
it a palette. Like, it could be such a boring shot, but you have, like, this bright focal point.
So I got this one. I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not going to get got if I'm in the Scream universe. I'm 8. I know these questions. I know everything about
So
the
you
horror
actually felt safe, legitimately?
I did. So as I'm sitting at home, I'm like, yeah, it's Michael Myers. I got this. Hit me with another one. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
Well, we can't stop now.
Stop, leave us alone.
Then answer the question. Same category. Name the killer in Friday the 13th.
Jason!
And I went, Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, I was like,
next
Jason.
question.
Me too. I was like, Jason, moving on.
I was like, next question, let's go. And then this happens.
I'm sorry. That's the wrong answer.
No, it's not. No,
And I said that too. I went, no, he is.
No way.
listen, it was Jason. I saw that movie 20 goddamn times.
Then you should know Jason's mother, Mrs. Voorhees, was the original killer.
And then I stopped and went, oh no, I've never seen the original.
Yeah, yeah, you've only seen the cool covers.
I've only seen Jason. Like, I don't know what happens in the first one. I always thought it was Jason in the first one too.
Poor Steve, I'm afraid, has to die. Oh,
And
my
then me sitting at home like, oh no, I would have got Steve killed too.
God. Oh, this is so gross, dude. Oh, God. That's awesome. I love that. Just the worst, man.
I remember being confused on what happened to him too. I was like, why did they do that?
What do you mean?
Like, he was just sitting there, and then you hear him screaming. I was like, man, they worked quick, and you couldn't see anything.
got in
Who
there
are
and-
these people? Like this, but I'm 8, you know? So I'm 8 watching this. I have no idea what we're dealing with here. I haven't seen any trailers or anything. I'm like, okay, here we go. What are we dealing
Was
with?
there any part of you at 8 that thought it was a monster? Or
I
something?
did. I thought it was werewolf. I will be honest with you. Not knowing anything about the movie and just having, because whenever I got it, like my mom had rented it, so all it said was Scream, and then you crack open the case, and then it just says Scream on the tape as well. So I was like, oh, they're screaming for something. So at this point, because it looked like his stomach had been like cut, like an
Somebody
animal had
really,
done it.
I mean, could you see the killer cutting him and being like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, you got to move so fast.
yeah, that's a lot of stripping to do.
So
like,
I'm like, oh no, they got him.
yeah.
There's a werewolf out there. And then it continues.
Yet. Final question. Are you ready?
This is some messed up stuff right here.
Answer the question and I will. What door am I at?
What?
There are two
I said front door.
Yeah, I think I would have said both.
Yeah.
And then,
Both.
yeah. I love that the breakdown here as well. There are 2 main doors to your house, the front door and the patio doors. If you answer correctly, you live. Yeah, I think it's like, you know, Casey already knows that, like, she's going to, like, she thinks she's probably going to die, but, you know, I think it's like, there's so many questions answered. No one's coming to help her. Her boyfriend's dead. The cops aren't coming. The movie trivia doesn't matter because he's asking questions about how he's going to come into the house. And, you know, the only thing you have in firm of safety that you're thinking, at least I know it's Drew Barrymore and she's going to live.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Yes, she is protected by plot armor, right?
Don't do this. I can't. I won't.
Your call.
I remember being so mad that she fell for the old chair through the glass trick. I
The
don't know
old
why.
chair for the glass.
Yeah,
The old chair for the glass trick gets him every time.
I used
Not
to be-
Sean Boland, though. Well, 8-year-old Sean's like, I'm back against the wall. Throw a chair through that.
I used to be so mad because I was like, it's just the chair, dumbass. She's like, just like,
The old chair to the glass trick gets him every time.
how could you be so foolish to fall for that one? Like, just, oh my God.
Got the big knife.
Yeah, pull it out, girl. Here we go. I'm very excited to talk about the final part of this scene with you, especially as an older person, because I think we both realized the same thing last time we watched this movie together.
So 8-year-old Grayson still thinks that these are not humans.
Okay.
By the way.
Yeah. You know, I think, like, necessarily, like, she's not even doing anything really wrong. She probably should have called the police, but, like...
I mean, she's way ahead of what most people are doing in horror movies in this situation.
But yeah, she's doing everything right. Oh, God. This shot not only shows that they're coming, but look how... Police were not going to come. Like,
no, they're way out in the middle of nowhere.
They're growing weed in the middle of nowhere. Like, just that car is forever away. And as a kid, I had a very, like, in the country, like, your house was kind of like right on the road.
Yeah.
Mine was probably, like, I had a similar view where I could see a car coming from that far away to drive up to the house because our road kind of winded and stuff. But I knew what it felt like to see this kind of view of, like, oh, my parents are coming home.
And Jiffy Pop done burned up.
I know. And you're thinking, it's like, cool, she just needs to get to the driveway. Like, this is easy. There you go. No, don't look at Steve. Go, girl. It ain't time for that.
And Werewolf got a hold of him.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on a post-ghost face? What was your werewolf thoughts now, Grayson?
At this point in time, I was like, oh. But it kind of clicked. I was like, okay, we're dealing with this kind of movie now. Because I think I'd watched like Wolf or something like that before I'd watched this. So.
You're just in the mood.
I was definitely feeling werewolf at this time.
Oh my God.
She puts up a heck of a fight.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the fact that the fact that she punches him away gives you the realization that she's capable of escape.
Yeah, so at this point I'm still thinking she's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
She got him away, she's running, somebody's on their way to help her. And then that happens.
Oh no. That's so terrible. Oh man. Oh, it's the worst. Oh, but wait.
She's still got some fight in her.
Yep. They did such a great job with her eyes being bloodshot and kind of hemorrhaging from the strangulation.
And she's trying to scream for her parents.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Oh man.
even to watch this now, because as a kid it didn't hit me as hard, but watching it, I think I watched this fully through probably about 3 months ago or so.
Uh-huh.
And when you got to this point, something that had never happened to me before happened. And she cries out for her mom and her dad. And when that happened, I teared up because I'm like,
it was you
don't
and
know.
me, because we both teared up because we were watching this for Scream 6.
That's right. That's right. But getting to this moment and seeing it, it's so horrible.
Yeah.
In so many different ways.
Yeah, it's really, really heartbreaking. And that screaming for your parents is like everybody's had that nightmare, right?
Yep.
And that was just the worst. As a kid, it's like scary. But especially the parents play this, the actors play the parents play this amazingly.
Jesus.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Pan
perfect.
up with the camera right there.
Perfect.
And then she knows who it is.
Yep. Perfectly shot right
And she
here.
plays it perfectly too.
Jesus.
Oh, I just got the goosebumps again. But yeah, just the fact that she knows, right? Just a little bit of shock opens her eyes to see it.
music,
I know.
perfectly done.
Swelling up. The disorientation must have been crazy. Like, they're going in, the house is broken into, smoke, fire.
Oh. And then they have to hear that.
Yeah.
Casey, baby.
Oh, man.
Where is she? Oh my God, I can hear her.
I think, and that's what it is, right? This scene here.
Down to the Mackenzies.
No, my daughter.
Oh. The dad is so brave.
Yeah. And I think it's like you watch this as a 34-year-old probably at the time, and like we could have easily had kids that were Casey's age by this
easily,
time.
yeah.
So just that like puts a new perspective on it, and that's one reason horror movies, all movies rule, is as you grow with them. You know, as you grow up, you can have new perspectives on them. But the scene is way scarier now.
Yeah, it is.
As maybe not like scary, but this is a much more horrifying scene as an adult than it is as a kid who I probably got lost in the pop culture of it.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
We did. I mean, because whenever this movie came out, everybody was talking about it, so we didn't have any choice but to just kind of go along with it. Like, yeah, of course. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but even watching it now, it's like it's so much more effective. And here we go for the big finale.
And the actor's just killing it too.
Yeah. And she's hung by that swing that we see earlier from the tree.
Like that's why I said number one opening of all time.
Yeah.
Like it does not get better than that in my opinion. Like
Yeah, I agree. I think it's perfectly written. It's perfectly acted, perfectly shot. You know, all those small touches just add up to be an all-time great. What's hilarious about the whole thing is tonally, Scream really opens up, right? It becomes so much more than just that. It's funny, and the characters are all perfect.
Yep.
We will probably do a scene breakdown for the first Scream movie. There'll probably be maybe 3 episodes like this.
just of Scream,
Yeah,
or
just of-
one of the Screams.
Yeah, or scenes from the Scream films.
Scream openings are greatest. If you have any other openings that you think might be better than that, I definitely want to know what they are. So make
Yeah.
sure to put them down in the comments.
That'd be spectacular to see, even
Yeah.
just what your opinions are. But thank you guys for watching this Scene Autopsy. Scream 1's awesome. You can go check out our last one on Prometheus. Thank you, Grayson.
Yep.
The incubator tube scene. And just watch creepy tentacle monsters. It's really bad. It's really creepy. So go check out our old Screen Autopsy and enjoy that. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Goodbye, everybody.